comments, you will actually get this in your basket. 17.99. Now I'm just gonna, it's a 10 pack, so that's £1.79 per canvas. And I've checked with the guys at Arteza today, because their company's just been bought by the lovely Plaid in America. We cannot get any more of these at this price, so this is going to be it. And we all know what's happening. We've got 4 left, Andrew, is that it? Yep. When these have gone, guys, they've gone. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to go and raid the warehouse myself, because I know that the next lot are going to be a little bit more expensive. In fact, quite a bit more expensive, because you're getting 10 canvases for £17.99. So let's look at the way you've got stretched canvas across the back of the frame, wooden frames, really nice half-inch frame. So it's a nice deep frame. And this is what they look like, and you're getting them in different sizes. So you will get 2 5x7s, 2 8x10, 2 11x14, 2 12x16, and 2 16x20. Now, 16x20 canvases, you can pay £6 or £7 for those on their own. This whole set, there's 2 left. This whole set is £17.99. And I'm really sorry, I've done everything I can. But Arteza are now owned by a different company. The price is going to be different. That's the best we can do. £17.99 gets you all of those. So you can't afford to miss it, because they're blinking brilliant. Right, we're going to take a little look at some other things now. Sorry? Oh, okay, Andrew's going to follow us. Right, I'm going to mention the extender that we've got, because you've got 2 bottles of extender. Now, I was talking... No, sorry, a brush cleaner. A brush cleaner. I was talking to a lovely crafter yesterday, and we were talking about mediums and things. Last night, Amanda and I went to the WI. In fact, we didn't just go to the WI to do a demonstration for them and a craft club. We actually joined, we joined the WI. I can't believe it. Anyway, so we came away, and the brushes, we hadn't washed them, because there was a kitchen there. I didn't want us to wash the brushes in the kitchen, because it's not hygienic, especially when they've got council star things, you know, like we've got 5 stars for our kitchen. We're really proud of that. We'd get Carl would chase us out the building if we took a brush in there. So we brought them home. This morning, they are not very well. We're going to be using brush cleaner. Amanda literally said to me as she left the studio, I'm going to go and do those brushes after my shows. Brush cleaner, 2 brush cleaners, shop cleaner, just £11.98. Right, next item we've got for you is these. This falls under the same category as those other canvases. If you want to get these, please shop easel. You get 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. We've only got 9 left, everybody. Look, you get the little easel and you get the canvas, and the canvases are already primed. There's 14 pieces in total, and you can take the little now you could do mixed media on these. You could put photographs on them. This is good. You could do dried flowers on them. You could do a whole little set of them. Actually, if you want to get hold of these, shop easel, £29.99. That bit's not going to last. Now, the next one are my pens. Got these back in stock for you. They sold out. We didn't get anywhere near enough. You're going to get, and I'm going to be using them and showing you why you need them. So if you're on my painting journey, please, this is an item that I'm going to ask you to see if you can get hold of, because you'll get in 2 of the very fine tip. So they're almost like gel pens. Then you're getting 4 zig pens. Now, you've got 2 bullet tips, and you've also got 2 of the chisel tips. So you're going to get 6 pens in total. So those 6 pens all together, shop pack, they're 17... shop, is that... pen. Yeah. Sorry, shop pen, and they are £12.99. Thank you, Andrew. So £12.99 gets you 6 of those. But do you know how much a zig pen is on its own? It's about £4. These are about £3.99 each. So, well, let's say they're I don't know, £2.99. That's £6. That's £12 plus those. You're getting all 6 of them. Now, I've got to be quite quick because I need to get to the demo because I need to show you stuff. So we're going to look at our Harmony paints next. So if you would like the Brights, these are the ones that I'm going to be using. So, Brights. Shop Bright, they're $39.99. Or Shop Pastel, and they're $39.99. Now, in each set, you get 10 paints. So that's £3.99 a paint. That's a crazy price. It's different to the hybrid paint. This one loves water. So if you want to make it blendable, I am going to show you how to make your own ink pads. We'll paint, oops, we're going to make our own paint pads for stamping with. I'm going to show you how to do that in a little while, in literally a couple of minutes. So put these in your basket. If you can only afford to go for one colour, go for the pastels, because the pastels are pure pastel. They're absolutely beautiful. They're very mixable. So with just these 2 sets, you would be able to get probably, I'm going to say, at least 120 colours from 20 paints that you've got here. Right, the other thing we've got is our black watercolour card. Oops, better put that down as well. Our black watercolour paper. So the watercolour card is a pack of 15 sheets. It's 230 GSM. It is very textured on one side and smooth on the other, which you'll see in a few moments. And of course, it's perfect for watercolouring. Imagine pastels on that card. It's going to look exceptional. Shop paper, it's $9.99. That's a great price. I also asked for us to get the extra large cold press watercolour paper on. Now this one is white. It's a soft cream. You're going to get 30 sheets. It's 300 GSM, A4 in size, and it will not warp. That is a brilliant paper. And I'm going to say again, this is another one of those that when it's gone, it's gone. So guys, if you want to get hold of that, please don't wait for it. $24.99 for 30 sheets. That's less than £1 a sheet. For watercolour card of that quality, that's a ridiculous price. Now I'm going to whiz on to our Strawberry Moon stamps, if that's all right with Andrew. And I'm just going to show you these 2 sets of designs. Now for me, it's not just about the fact that you've got the stamps, it's about the fact that we've got elements to finish the design. So you've got B-U-R, magical, amazing, adorable, awesome, beautiful and kind. All of the lovely flowers there. And if I turn this one over, you've got the butterfly, plus you've got all of the foliage. You've got life is beautiful, spread your wings, grow, transform, hello, and grace is the beauty of the soul. And those sentiments for me are worth every penny. Now you can get them separately, but I'd say get them together because I'm using them together. Shop Stamp, you have got a discount on these. You're actually going to be saving £4 and £4.50. $16.49 gets you both of those, okay? There's a £3.49 saving. I beg your pardon, my maths isn't very good today. Right, then the other thing that we've got for you is I've got my brushes back in stock. So Shop Brush, and they're $24.99. If you would like to get the Cut and Use foam, this is what I'm going to be using, not the way you think. If you would like this, the foam, Shop Foam, it's only $5.99. I have got on here the big palette paper. I'm a convert. Katie's a genius because we've got that paper on. If you would like to get the paper, then please don't forget to get that one, because that one is absolutely brilliant as a palette paper because you've got so much more space. That is Shop Artist. Oh, artists, we're going to be artists. Shop Artists, and it's $9.99. Then we've still got these. Now, we need these because this is how we're storing everything. So, you've got these 250 polythene, they call them work card holders, but they're super strong. I use them for my painting, but at the moment, while stocks last, you're going to get the wallet to put them in. So these fit in that wallet. This is my painting project. Please don't miss this. Shop bundle, and you're going to get that, and it is literally $12.99. That's a crazy deal. We've got my load and fold on here. And I just want to mention that because I'm going to be using the big one. Now this is a silly price too. If you would like to get the load and fold, shop fold, and it's $32.99, and you're going to get both of these. So I'm going to show you how to use them. We're going to do a spin the wheel. What's our word, Andrew? What should we have?
I will sort something out.
We'll work something out to do a little spinny thing. And we can either... Well, yeah, we'll work that out. Right, come this way, guys, because I want to show you some painting. I want to really get into what we're doing this morning because there's so much that we can do with this. And it's super exciting. I'm so excited about these paints. Do you know why? Because you know what, when you've worked in the industry for a while, we know what a paint's a paint, okay? But not all paints are equal. So if you've got Cadence product, that company are so vested in product development that I really love what they do, but they never give away the products that, they don't sort of park the products they've already developed because they don't release it until it's absolutely spot on. So I'm thrilled to bits when we get a new product because I know it's got longevity. And yesterday I was talking to the lovely Stephanie Best, and she'd got some of our moss paint, and it had dried, and we put the extender with it, and the extender then revitalised it. So there's always a little trick that we can come up with that will do something else. So these Harmony paints were designed to go on multi-surfaces. They're not outdoor paint, but they are true pastels. And that's really important because a lot of pastels lose their depth of colour when they're actually put onto dark card. But not these. These are absolutely brilliant. And the other thing about them is that they do more than I thought they were going to do. So I was expecting good surface coverage and all of those kind of things. But to be able to make my own stamp pads out of them, to be able to do all the things that I know I can do, I'm really, really excited about it. So I'm just going to do the first little bit that we need to do to get everything going. So I just want you to be able to see what we're doing. So I've just got a piece of black card, which is from my watercolour pad, and I've folded it in half, and I'm just going to sit it into here. So I'm going to move this. So this is the way that our load and fold works. So first of all, I want my sentence down here. It says life is beautiful. Then I'm going to put my flowers. I want them, so that's going to go down that way because I'm going to place it so that I can actually read the words. So I've taken these off the back of off the stamping plate, the packaging. I've now got this lovely flower, so I've got to decide where that's going to go, and I think I'm going to put it there. Then I'm going to take my other flowers. So I'm going to take this one and place it there, looking at the angle. I'm going to take this one and place it there, or do I want it there? Maybe, let's have a look. And then I've got my leaves, so I'm going to take those and come up there. And then I've got these, I'm going to put that one just there. Then I'm going to go into my other set, told you you need both. And I'm going to get this set of leaves here. And I'm going to put those there. Yeah, let's do a little turn. There. And there. Right, I'm happy with that now as a layout. Okay, so that I like the layout. So I close my load and fold and I pick up all those stamps in one go. So I've got them exactly where I need. Now, when my cardstock is pushed to the bottom here, I know I've got a straight edge. So what I need to do now is my load and fold has got a grid on it. So let me just show you this grid there. And what I need to do is make sure it's lined up properly because it's not quite straight at the moment. So I'm just going to lift it up. I'm going to use the grid that is on the load and fold to line up that word and make sure it's perfect. Yep, that's perfect. Right, the other thing that I can do, which is something else I want to share with you, is once you've got part of it stuck down, if I need to move the direction, because of the material this is made from, look at how I've made that leaf go in the opposite direction. So I can have it so it goes that way, I can have it perfectly straight, or I can have it that it goes the other way. That's how good this is. These are UK manufactured stamps, so it's a really good to know that we're supporting our UK manufacturers. So let me then look at the difference. So I'm just going to put that underneath so you can see whether I'm going to go down here with that flower and I'm going to pull that leaf round there. Maybe not, so I'm going to change the composition because that's what we can do. So I think we'll put the leaf there. I'm going to put that flower up in that part, making sure it's all nice and flat. And this one there. Right, so let's take a look at that on my front of my card. I love it. Absolutely loving it. Right, now the best bit. We're going to make ink pads. So you're going to need your cut and use foam and you're going to need your Cadence Harmony. Now, I'm just going to show you this one. So I've inked it, I've made the design and I've inked it onto black card. So let me show you what you do. First of all, you've got to decide what colour ink pads you want to make. Now I'm going to, and the other thing, what have I done with those scissors? The other thing is you're going to need different sizes of ink pads. Big pair of scissors that I've done something with. Maybe they're under here. I can see them. Right, so I'm going to make some little ink pads and I'm going to make some big ink pads. And we're going to do a bit of ombre stuff. So I'm going to make myself a really thin ink pad. So what I've done, I've taken a sheet of cut and use foam. So it's a full A4 that you get. And I've literally cut it down the middle. Then I've cut this up to make my ink pads. Now, when you're using cut and use foam at the moment, when doing stuff with David, he always uses the soft, fluffy bit, you know, the spongy bit. This is the bit we're going to use to make our ink pads, okay? So we're going to take all of these and we're going to make them. We've got to decide what colours that we're going to want to work with. So at the moment, I'm thinking, I'm just going to make sure my card's not going to be an Australian card, which it would have been. So I've changed that. I am going to do a few colours. So I'm going to do my flowers in my purple. And I want you to see how pastel these are. Look at that colour. It's absolutely gorgeous. We're going to put out a little tiny bit of the green and our blue. There's one of them. Honestly, everybody, these are such beautiful paints. And you need the tiniest little bit. Okay, everybody, type messy.
Yeah.
Type messy, everybody.
You've
Is
seen
that?
your craft space, right?
Should have seen my desk this morning. I literally came in and went, really? How am I going to get through this? It was interesting. It was a right mess. Right, so I'm putting these colours out. I'm going to have a little bit of our yellow. Look at, they're like ice creams. It's like candy floss. So tiny little bits. And this paper pad, everyone, wow, you just need... Right, there's some of the colours out, not all of them, but some. So I'm just going to move that out the way. Now you need a flat brush. It must be flat and preferably clean. Oh gosh, should have seen the state of the brushes this morning with Amanda. So this is going against everything I tell you when I say don't use water. We definitely want to use water with this. So just make sure this brush is cleanish. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a, let's see what size I want. Maybe about a bit bigger, can be, because you can have these pads whatever size you want. So I'm just going to dampen the pad like this. You should have heard me hollering, was shouting Mel when I worked out how to do this, because it's not just about the technique, because we've all made stamping pads before, but it's making the product do what we want it to do. So I'm going to pick up a bit of the purple and I'm just going to put that on. Okay, so we'll get a bit more. So you just need it on like a little bit of, just like you're putting your paint on. Then I'm going to go to a lighter shade on the edges and I'm going to get a bit of green here. So we'll put a bit of green on those. I'm not going to be able to wait to do this. I know I'm not. Right, so I'm going to start off just putting it like this. So you need to make sure that you get, just like with all ink pads, but look, you can see how it's taking it off the pad. This is the paint. It's not, of course it's cut and use foams making the difference, but the paint is the thing that is allowing us to do this. Now I've got some other little ones, so I'm just going to go to my smaller paints and I'm going to put in a little bit of this and we're going to go up here and a little bit on there, and then I'm going to use this one and we'll go with the blues. Oh, wrong side. See, that's exactly, oops, I didn't wet it first. It makes a massive difference if you dampen it first. So let us make the mistake so that you don't have to. Right, so just want to go back with my purple to just make sure I've got plenty on there, especially in the middle there. Right, so I've made all those ink pads. I'm now going to go with my Loan Fold. I'm just going to pop that down. Oh, I'll do it this way so you can see it. So like that, place my design down. Right, so now a good amount of pressure, probably better if you stood up than this. So I'm just going to hold it like this and squeeze. Oh, I hope I didn't just smudge it, move it, because I think I might have done. But we'll worry about that afterwards. And I've made an Australian card. I thought I changed it. Katie, how did that happen? What did I...
Katie, how did that happen?
I think you had it right to start with, and then you started changing the composition, but you didn't move the sentiment.
Oh, drat. Right, so now that's going to go. Right, well, we better do a bit more on our sentiment. Well, it's going to be back to front. We'll just have to make this the card front. There. Okay, so, right, a little bit more on our ink pads. Ink pads, listen to us. We're like, oh, we're making ink pads. But the best bit is, because you're doing it with the colours that we're going to paint with, the effect you get is fabulous. Right, so what we do then is, I think I want to do it the right way because I want to send this to somebody. Or I could, I'm going to do it on the other side again. Right, let me do it. Push it right up into that corner. We get to do it, see it twice. So on here, first of all, you wet your pad. Then you put your paint on. So 2 colours. Then a little bit of the green on here. Right, let's do you. There. Then a little bit more. So you can see where it's taken the ink from. So if you would like to get the brights, shop bright. If you would like the pastels, shop pastel. So there. Now I'm going to swap to my next one. I love that I can keep swapping them. And these are going to last you forever because you just literally, all you're going to do is wash them down and keep reusing them. So then we'll go up here. That's better. I've got better coverage this time too. Just put a little bit in the middle. Pop that there. Right. Here we go. Now, so I'm just going to stand up to do this because I want to show you it properly. And that's all I needed is a little bit of pressure. Okay. Done. Perfect. Okay. So now we've got our pastel ink pads. How do you do that without this? It's exciting, Andrew.
Becky says you could chop it in half and then just use it as a mat front for another card.
I could, Becky. That's a very good idea, but I didn't think of that. So, but you are right. Yep, that would have been the best solution, wouldn't it? Shall I tell you something, though? Why I did it? I wasn't going to tell you, but now I am, because you've called me out. So, when we were at Create and Craft, if something went wrong, what used to happen, Andrew? What did the producer say in your ear? You'd go, move off the demo, go to the pack shop. Yeah, that's true, isn't it?
Yep.
But we don't do that here. We show you everything, including my smudge. I smudged the word. I did want to show you it perfectly, but I didn't just smudge the word. I smudged it with my finger too. Right, here we go. So thank you. That was a good idea, but I wasn't obviously being good. So, right. So I've just got a little bit of paint on the edge of my brush. So watch now when I paint. So on black card, this is the effect that you're getting. I love it. It is so easy to do. These stamps lend themselves perfectly. Sue's done a fantastic job designing them because all I am doing is literally picking up the colour that I made the pad with. So I'm going with, in fact, I could pick it up from here. I'm picking up that colour and I'm just using it round the edge of the petals. And you're seeing how strong this colour is on here. It's absolutely brilliant. Right, so I'm going to carry on because I want to do this whole design. So if you'd like to get hold of the stamps, everybody, you need to shop stamp and you're going to save £3 and something. 49, £3 and 49.
We do have an offer with the stamps and dies as well.
Right, so we've got some frame dies. Katie, could you just show the frame dies while I just open my brushes and get a clean brush? So you've got 3 sets of dies that are tags and frames. If you would like to get those, then all of it together as an offer. Shop bundle, and it is $34.99. That's a good price. Ow! I'm sorry for laughing. Did you just bang your knee?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah. He just banged his knee. Right, guys, look at this. So look at how all I'm doing, I've just got water on this brush with my paint, and look at how it's letting me put this colour down. It's absolutely fantastic. And I'm just going to hold this up because I have never been, well, I have, but I've always got, when I'm stamping, I've always got distracted because for me it's always been about the colouring, but I don't like it when it's got really strong black lines. So I've ended up over the years buying so many different ink pads, but look at how that has come together. So you can see you've got a tint of the yellow, plus you're getting all the purple in there. I mean, I've got to finish it for you because I have to let you see what this is going to look like. So we've done the purples there, but I'm going to take my brush, and this is the big advantage of using this Harmony paint, is first of all, you're using it without any mediums, so that's brilliant. I'm literally using it with water. I'm making my pads, my ink pads, well, my paint pads from the back of my cut and use foam. Oh, and another little tip for you. When you get these, of course it's washable, it'll just wash off. And because it likes water so much, it's easier to clean up. I bet me use those giant scissors in case, before I do something with them. But this is the other bit. I'll just show you this. So this is, right, a wipe. Just need to dry it. It's not my trousers, it's my apron. Look, that's how it cleans up. That is, are you impressed, Katie? Look at it, it cleans up like that. Andrew, did you see that?
I did not, sorry.
Right, you have to watch this one, right?
I'm watching.
Right. So, this has been on a lot longer. I've got it on my hands. Right. Don't go to the pack shop. It's not going wrong, it's just taking a minute. So this is the quality of the paint, which is why I need to show you it. Just got to dry it. I need to rub it a little bit more. I know it's nearly off, and I am only using a wipe. See? Did you see that, Andrew?
Yeah.
You didn't. You weren't looking.
I did.
Are you sure? What colour was it?
Blue.
I'm not convinced. You guessed. Right. Now that first bit's dried, look at how the colour's intensifying. So let me show you the next step of what we do. I'm now going to take the blue and I'd love this giant palette pad. I'd be on my third sheet if I didn't have that palette. So I'm now I've got even less paint on my brush and I'm putting a tint of blue on the edge. So the very, very tip of it, I'm just putting a little tint of blue along that top edge. So then we're going to go into this one. I'm going to put some blue, and you don't have to be perfect with it. You haven't seen the end result yet. There's a bit more to do because we're making it as if we've painted this. This isn't just about it's been stamped. We want to get the illusion that we're the artist. Well, we are the artist because we are. Okay, so I've got there. Now I need to get a little bit of green because we need some green. So I'm leaving that so I can show you how you can regenerate the paint when you think it's gone. I need to show you how you can regenerate it. So again, just a little bit of the green on the edge of the brush there. And I'm just going to, oops, that's too much water. So squeeze it like that. So I'm just get rid of that bit more water. Get a little bit more paint because I've squeezed it off. Right, so we're just going to go round there, turn it over, a little bit there, there. It's the fact that the pastels stay pastel and they're opaque and they go on this black card. I mean, that for me is really, really impressive. Then I'm going to show you the next little cheat. So I've just put 2 colours on my brush. So now I'm going to come up here with the stem and just put a little bit in there. Then we're going to get a little bit of yellow on the edge of our brush, and we're just going to touch it to these like this. So you just touch in. So this is how we're going to colour. So you get little bits of yellow on the edge of the petals. So I've got just a tiny bit of paint there, there, there. And then we're going to bring that down, and I'm going to bring that right to into here. So you don't have to worry about where the stamps ended or started. Let me just show you that so far. Okay. Now we're going to go, so I'm just going to stop for a second because I need to get into a little bit about brush loading. So first of all, if you've just joined, welcome, and I hope if you're a new viewer, you're loving the shows. Please tell your family and friends about us. If you type the word live in the comments, we will then send you a little live reminder of that the shows are coming up. The other thing to tell you is we're now putting out our morning shows in the afternoon and the evening. So if you've missed a show or you've got to go out or you want to watch it back, then you can watch it later on. You don't have to do anything except go on our website. It's on the website. Andrew, yes, sorry.
Oh, I've got a question after you're done.
Oh, okay. Right, so I'm just got a little hair on there. Right, now the difference when we are brush loading for my painting technique, we don't use water. This time we do. We've got water here, and you can see I'm getting both of those colours on this brush at once. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of the yellow and a little bit of the green. So I've got both of those colours, and you'll see there's a triangle on that side and there's a triangle, not quite enough green, on the other side. Both sides with little triangles. And all you do is just wipe it like that. It's nothing special. You don't have to worry about proper brush loading. And we're just going to flick it like this, because I'm putting in some little fronds that are just going to finish this off. See that? How pretty that is? Okay, I've got to do something there. So again, I'm just going to pick up this little bit of yellow and green from off here, because you don't need loads. You need just the tiniest bit. So straight up and just flick. So we just get rid of that little bit that I had a little blob with. See, look at the difference that looks. So now I'm going to got a little bit more water, a little bit more yellow and green. This is so different from the other painting technique. It's super, super easy because the water makes the paint flow. So you don't have to think about, have I got enough paint on my brush, because it just does it for you. So I'm just literally going to pop that in there. I'm going to go here with a little bit, because we don't want that one just stood up on its own. It'll look not very nice. So we'll go up here. And I think we need a tiny little bit here as well, just to join that in. And then I've got to do these leaves here. So we need only green on one side. So all your colouring is done with one colour on one side of the brush, okay? So like that. Then I'm just going to go in there. But see how you can still see the lilac below it? It doesn't obliterate it. It just picks up the colour. Then a little bit on that one. A bit on this one. Right, we've got the centres to do now, but I think that's looking pretty gorgeous. So what you do, you come into your brushes, and this, if you've never seen me do before, when you get a poorly brush and it's just gone because you've not looked after it, you get yourself a pair of scissors. They're not that big. I bet that'd make a TikTok video. So you snip, and you want to do I'm just literally turning it and snipping. So it looks like that. Then you give it a bit of welly. And then we're going to use yellow and green. This is so my happy pace. And you pounce it up and down in one spot. And we're going to go yellow to the top, working our way down to the green. Okay, so yellow is at the top. Pick up a bit more. Yellow there. Working our way down to the green. Bit more yellow. Always put it in the same place. So when you can look at your brush, it's on the same places. So yellow and green. So up here, yellow and green. Oops, that green's a bit heavy, but never mind. Put a bit more yellow. Right, we haven't finished. We've got one last thing to do. So that's what it looks like now. But what you'll notice on these lovely stamps is you've got, if I show you that, let me show you on this. This will be easier for you to see. You've got these wiggly lines around the outside. You can see those, can't you? And I really want to bring back in the detail here. This is why you need these pens. So what you've got is you're going to get 2 of these, 2 of these, and 2 of these. So first of all, with the bullet nibs, what I would do is I would take it. Oh, I've just got to prime it. So just prime the pen, and then you can go up and down.
20% of the pens are
Oh,
in allocation.
20% have gone. So you can put yourself a line in like that. So you get the bullet nib, a 2. You get the round nib, 2. And then you'll get 2 of these. And then what I'm going to do with these is, first of all, round here, I'm going to put some little white dots in. Now, it's going to be very, very subtle. But this whole design is about pastel, subtle detail. It's about having that extra level of really good quality. So this isn't a card that, we sort of rush. It's one that we enjoy, take the afternoon to make. And then if I get that there, Katie, you can see those little dots, can't you? They're there. So where I was a bit heavy-handed with the green, I'm now going to put the white dots over the green to soften it. So can you see where that's going with that? It really just makes all the difference. It's really bringing this to life. And then again on this one, because again I was a bit heavy-handed with the dots and with the paint, so I'm just going to put those in there. Okay, so right, then I'm going to put little bits on top of these, so it looks like they're like, if I just show you, look, it makes a massive difference. That little bit, all I've done there, those tiny little lines have made all the difference. Then in the bit that I painted, because we haven't got the lines, the stamping lines, I'm just going to draw them in. So I'm literally just drawing in lines as if it's the stamping part. So it's just going to makes it, because my lines were quite straight, so I'm doing these sort of curvy so it goes with the design. And then I'm going to have to, guys, you need these pens. They're blinking brilliant. So look at how that's really come together. And we'll do these bits too. So up here, just like this. And then again here. So Andrew, have I got any questions?
No, a lot of people just watching and saying that it looks beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Right, now I'm just going to do some extra wobbly lines. So I'm not going over I'm trying not to go over the stamped ones. I'm just adding in my own because I want it to be my own design. So I'm just going to put a few wobbly lines in that are mine. How many? No, you're joking me.
No.
Oh, blinking heck, I've got to go faster.
You want me to pick a winner?
Yes, please. Oh, I'm so sorry, everybody. I need to tell you about my club. While I'm doing this, can I just tell you about my painting club? If you haven't already joined, please join me. I am doing a few videos this afternoon that I'm sending to people because you've been sending me work. They're really short ones. They're less than a minute to watch, but they're going to just give you all the extra little bits and tips. Can I just share that with you? That is why you need your Harmony pastels. Aren't they absolutely beautiful? So shop pastel to get your Harmony pastels. Shop pen to get your pens. What do you need to shop for the card?
That is shop
Paper. Shop paper for there. I'm sorry I didn't say hello to lots of you. Oh, and don't forget your load and folds, everybody. Andrew, we've got to do a spinny thing. You do it. You can do it.
Left or right?
Left. What's the difference?
Different promises.
Oh.
But Denise Carr won, by the way. Well done, Denise.
Oh, Denise, congratulations. Oh, congratulations, Denise. Oh, I'm sorry I've missed you.
200 points.
Yay! 200 points. And guys, look at that. Those stamps are stunning, but how you can personalise and become your own artist. So if you want to, literally, I've got 57 seconds. Learn how to paint this over 3 easy lessons. £10 a month. Please, everybody. Shop Paint. Is it? Yes. Shop Paint. $29.99 gets you to join this. And I'm going to teach you all of this. You get videos, you get to come into our special club, and also I'm going to mark your work and help you. A lot of people at the moment need some help with this, but it'll only take one little video to get you to there. And I'm so proud of you all because you're doing a fantastic job. So if you haven't joined yet, please join me because I'm on a mission to get you all painting. So see you all soon. Thank you so much for your company. I'm not going to be back now until tomorrow, but the rest of the team are here and they've got some fab stuff coming up. But remember, it's not just about you buying the products. It's about us teaching you how to use it and sharing all of our top tips. So I hope you enjoyed, but I think that looks fabulous.